Hello, everybody. It is me, Super Gamely Gamer. It is currently very late at night, and I should probably be sleeping, but an issue has caught my attention, which first arose about a week ago, but it's only caught my attention now. If you haven't been watching the news lately, basically, the chairman of the FCC, I believe that's what the company is called, is trying to remove a bunch of laws for net neutrality, and Congress is going to be holding a vote for that on December 14th, 2017, to remove net neutrality, basically. Their plan is to charge money in order for people to be able to view certain websites, and they will also have the power to censor and block certain websites, which bothers me on many levels. And I'm going to try to think up of all this because I do not have a script. I'm just saying whatever comes to my head, but this is a really important issue that I feel like I should try to cover. First off, I'm trying to put sentences together that are meaningful. We as Americans, we live in a capitalist democracy. And because it is a democracy, we have the ability to freely express ourselves in the form of free speech. We have the right of free speech as presented in our First Amendment in the Constitution of the United States of America. The First Amendment guarantees all citizens freedom of speech, religion, petition, assembly, and one more which I forgot. But the most important is speech, because we're actually able to share our opinions without those opinions getting punished or censored. Now, websites are fairly new because computers started not too long ago in the 80s, but websites are a form of speech, and net neutrality has guaranteed a freedom of speech in websites. However, if this bill or law gets passed, then it will remove our freedom of speech because it can charge certain websites it doesn't like for very high prices to the point where no one will want to go on it. Or if a website points out negative information about those cable companies, which are going to be taking control if the bill passes, if a website has information that goes against the cable companies, or information the cable companies doesn't want the people to have, they can block or censor those web pages. Which, if you look around our world, that is exactly what the communist country of China and the communist dictatorship of North Korea uses to control their citizens. But it's ironic because in the past, America has been fighting this authoritarianism in the form of the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Cold War, all to stop the spread of authoritarianism or authoritarianist and communist governments. However, if this bill passes, not even a government, these cable monopolies which the United States has specifically made laws against, yet they somehow bend the rule these monopolies will be able to basically become an authoritarian government. And we as Americans cannot let that happen because America stands for freedom and they will be taking away our freedom. Now, again, this is all not scripted. This is coming to me from the top of my head. One way we could fight this is by voting. This shouldn't be a matter of political parties. Both Democrats and Republicans need to be united as one in order to put down these authoritarianists trying to control us. We need to preserve our freedom, and everyone must vote. Now, I know there are certain people out there who have the belief that their vote does not matter. However, if you look at past elections, the amount of people that believe their vote doesn't matter is a lot greater than the people who actually vote. So if those people who think that their vote won't make a change, if you actually vote, it will make a change. Now, I don't know why the concept came up in the first place. It sounds like a ridiculous thing for the United States government to suggest, but we need to use our last remaining freedoms, freedom of speech, to try to fight against these big giant monopolies in the form of cable companies. I'm not really sure what else to say. Oh yeah. If this bill does get passed, it can create a situation like the .com crash in 2000, where all the big major social media websites will lose their profit because less people will go on those websites. YouTube will crash. All the major YouTubers will stop earning so much money due to a lack of people on the website, and it'll cause a downward spiral that will terribly mess us up, especially for something as new as the internet. Now, again, in order for us to fight this, we need to use the last remaining freedom of speech we have to vote these people off. We need to get rid of these big, giant CEO capitalist monopolies, extreme capitalist monopolies, and we gotta not let them take control. Again, it's December 14th that the election is going to be held to determine whether this bill will be put in place. Let's just hope that America can make the right decision. This is Super Game League Gamer, and goodbye.